Hi there guys, and welcome back to the Tams from Kitesurf videocast. Today we're going to talk very briefly about probably what I believe is the most important phase of learning to kitesurf and how we can hack it a little bit quicker to get us off the mark that much faster. Now, time and time again we see the people who come to our courses, come to our Learn to Kitesurf courses, they do great for the first few days. As soon as it gets to the water start stage, things slow down. Generally, for 99% of people this is true. Then they can take 2, 3, 4 days, even I've seen up to a couple of months to actually go from getting out there, getting the board on your feet, setting yourself up, flying the kite and coming out riding for your first 10, 15, 20 meters, whatever. So why is this stage so difficult? Well, a few reasons. Firstly, obviously you're putting an incredible amount together. Board skills, kite skills, wind, waves, direction, where's the wind coming from, which way am I going to head off in, is that beach too near, is that kite too near, la la la. It's a huge overload for your brain. The second reason is that a lot of people don't have the board skills dialed in. If you haven't done wakeboarding, skateboarding, snowboarding, whatever beforehand, and the board is quite an alien thing on your feet, then you only get into practice. Let's say you try and water start and you come out of the water, and then within a split second you're back down, you've sunk again because you haven't quite controlled the power through the kite. So you're trying to learn how to control that board split second at a time, and it just doesn't work. It can just take an awful long time to get those skills into your body so that you actually feel it. So what do we say to people? Two major things you can do. Now obviously most of this is about flying the kite. I would say 70% of kitesurfing is about the kite. So the more time you can spend under a kite just flying the damn thing, the better. Yeah, obviously just having it above your head isn't any good. I mean, once you get confident, start throwing it around, start doing the figure eight, start playing with the power, keep yourself safe. And the best way to do that is to use a kite that's a little bit too small for the day that you're out and as short a lines as possible. We go down, we've even got a set of 3-meter lines that we use in the school, and they're perfect. Really good. Kite still flies pretty much exactly the same, but it's a toy, and you can give it to someone and you can literally figure, I'll see you in half an hour. We don't, but you could do if you wanted to. Okay, so that's 2 top tips for that. Get a kite, get flying it like that, get as much time under the kite as you can, so that you're absolutely happy with the kite. You can fly it with one hand without looking at it, and you know exactly where it is. The second one, and this is crucial, board skills. Practice your board skills. The single best crossover sport we have found is wakeboarding. Get out, if you can, get out on a cable Mark II, they're called, or behind a boat, so you can actually practice the deep water start, i.e. when you're sat in the water. Some of the older cable parks don't let you do that because they don't have the initial pull, so you have to start off a pontoon. That's still great, but it's just a little bit different of the water start. The deep water start ones will teach you the whole process. It's exactly the same, except the power is constant and you don't have to worry about the power coming, but the actual technique, what you do with your body, is the same. And we find, no word of a lie, that wakeboarders typically learn to kitesurf 2 to 3 days faster than everyone else, because you give them a board and as soon as they can control the kite, humph, they're off, because that feeling is just so familiar. Oh yeah, I'm on a board, I know my body knows what to do and I don't have to think about it, so all my focus is on the kite because this bit's automatic. So imagine if you've dialed those kite skills in as well, it's just easy. It's really easy. So they would be my 2 suggestions. Other board sports do work, of course. Not quite as effectively as wakeboarding, because wakeboarding, you get the actual water start process as well. But anything, surfing, stand-up paddling, skateboarding, snowboarding, all of these work. The one thing I would say, and the one thing we've seen from people who are maybe expert surfers, expert snowboarders, expert skateboarders, is that you tend to lead with one foot. And you will tend, in these sports, you don't necessarily have to be good on both sides. You don't have to be both regular and goofy, regular and fakey, i.e. left foot forward or right foot forward. In kitesurfing, you have to be able to do both. And what we often see is that people who come from, say, a strong surfing background, where they're always left foot forward, can only ride left foot forward and will do everything in their power to ride left foot forward all the time. And this can cause some problems. So whatever other board sports you're doing, try and get used to. I know for those guys, if you've been doing skateboarding or whatever for ages, suddenly I'm asking you to go goofy when you're naturally a regular. Regular is left foot forward, goofy is right foot forward. You're going to hate me, because for the first few times you try it, it's horrible and it feels really alien. And it's the same with kite surfing. The first you'll instantly know if you're left or right foot forward, because one way will just feel right and your brain will work that way, and the other way will just be like, what the hell is going on this way? And this is why if you can start training that into your body with other board sports, even better. Because then when you get out there, again, it's just natural. And you don't need to be coming to lessons for weeks and weeks and weeks and having all this frustration of flying in the waves and getting battered and being washed up on the beach and having a kite fall out of the sky. You can just go out there and make the maximum use of your time. So that you really are getting, in fact, when you do go for lessons, you're getting value for money. No matter what the conditions are like, you just run down there, you've got an hour, quick, there's some wind, let's go. And you get the best out of that hour because you've put the time in doing crossover practice. So that's what I would say. Water start, i.e. board skills, wakeboarding, other board sports as well if you can, but mainly wakeboarding, and get as much time safely under any type of four-line kite that you can. Obviously, a kite surfing kite is better. Make sure you're underpowered, and if you can, have shorter lines. That's all for today, guys. Hope that was some use for some people. I'll speak to you again soon.